Hi, I'm going to show you how to use Travelport Universal API shopping transaction to query multiple content sources, not just GDS content, but also low-cost carrier content. So what I have here is an XML sample, and what we'll be doing is, as part of our software development kit for Universal API, we will be providing a lot of sample messages that you can use and use in your own projects to get started as quickly as possible. So this sample here is about low-fare search, so that's shopping. That consists of two legs. I have a leg for my outbound journey and I have a leg for my inbound journey. If we look at the content of one of the legs, we have an origin code, which is Copenhagen. We have a destination, which is London Gatwick. We also have a departure time, the 21st of August. I'm also saying for this one here that I'm going to do this in economy class cabin. So it's set up so when it searches, it will only return flights where there's actually seats in the economy class cabin left. I then have my additional leg, which is the return journey, so that's going from Gatwick to Copenhagen. I'm returning the day after, and I'm still doing this in the economy class cabin. Now the final piece of the puzzle is the passenger types, and I'm only going to search for a single passenger, an adult passenger, but you can obviously add additional passengers. You can search for children, for instance, and even for more specific passenger types. So that's our request, and that's all I need to do. I'm going to send this off now. It's going off to the host, and it will look at the route and it will determine which of our providers to query for this request. And it will actually find out that in this situation, Copenhagen, London, Gatwick, it will go to both the GDS and it will also go to the low-cost carrier provider to get responses. We get a response back, and that response consists of multiple parts. The first part is a number of warning or error messages. The most interesting one is probably this warning here, which comes from our Air Content Hub, and that just informs us that two of the low-cost carriers, which is U2 and DY, may not support the economy class cabin that we requested. The reason for that is they just have a single cabin. We'll still get the prices back from the low-cost carriers. And then we get a list of flight information, and if I scroll down a bit, we get to an air segment list. So this is the individual information for each of the segments that I can use to travel for the fares I'm getting returned. So the first segment here is on British Midland. It will also tell us things like the departure time and the arrival time for the flight. So we get all the sort of basic information that you might want to display in your user interface. Now the reason why my destination is Manchester is because this is part of a journey that will take me from Copenhagen to Manchester, and then I have the next leg, which is a connection, which will then take me from Manchester to London Gatwick. I also get information on booking classes and availability for those booking classes as part of my response. And that's sort of the list of carriers. If I scroll down through that, at the bottom of the list, what I will find is EasyJet, so that's U2. And this is actually coming from our low-cost carrier provider, the Air Content Hub. But we're still going to get the same sort of information back from the low-cost carrier. We can see it's U2, we get the flight number, we get the origin, and we get the destination. So this is all the flights. If I scroll down further, we will get to a point where we have what we call our pricing solutions. And a pricing solution is the total price for the journey based on a single set of fares. So if you have multiple passenger types or multiple passengers, it will combine those into a total price within the pricing solution. The pricing solution will also tell you which segments you need to link together in order to get the specific price. And then for each of the passenger types you requested, we will return to you a pricing info. So that will detail things like the total price and the base price for this specific passenger type. We will tell you about the booking codes that you need to book to get the price, in which cabin they are. And we will also give you information about all the applicable taxes with the codes and with the tax amounts. Finally, we'll also list fare calculations and passenger types so you can see which passenger type any given fare is for. So that's the response, and that's doing a combined shopping request and response, low-cost carriers, GDS content, one single request in Travelport Universal API.